What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today, we're going to start working on the BMW 528i. Now, we're not going to get too far into this today, but we did put a new battery in it. I've got a new set of tires on the way for it. I've got two new window motors and regulators for those back windows that are stuck. Let's see, we've got everything under the sun for the cooling system. Thanks to a lot of your comments, I decided to just go, almost all the way. Okay, we've got 4 gallons of genuine BMW coolant coming. We've got a new thermostat gasket, new thermostat housing gasket, a new fan clutch. We've got a new water pump. We've got a new radiator, okay? We are going to tear this thing down, and we are going to make sure the cooling system is good as new. Now, with the new battery in it, it does fire up. We're also going to need to run a diagnostic on it and figure out what all these different lights on are for. We need to take this rim off and see if these are legit. That's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a real big deal. A lot of you are wanting to know, as am I, are these AC Schnitzer rims actually legit, or are they fake replicas? You tell me. So I don't know how far we're going to be able to get into the BMW today, mainly because all the parts I ordered from SAP are not here yet. They're on the way, but I think we can at least get started with giving it a bath, right? It needs a bath. So does this one. This one needs a bath desperately bad. It's filthy. So I say, let's get this one cleaned up. Let's run a diagnostic, figure out what all the computer's codes are throwing for it. And yeah, maybe we can go from there. We already put the battery in it, like I said. It's not having any more overheating issues. Aside from that radiator leaking, it's actually doing really well. It runs great. It's full of water at the moment. We will be putting coolant back in, as I said. And another thing I was considering, but I want you guys' opinion. I know it's probably going to be split 50-50, but I'm not really a big fan of the black color. Boy, this thing's got a lot of parking lot scrapes and stuff down the paint all over it. Poor thing. It needs a paint job desperately. You guys knew this was coming. You guys knew this was coming. I don't want to go back with black, and I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts are on this. Personally, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking either a real nice bright silver or potentially a bright silver metallic flake. So, you know, with those real nice shiny bits of metal flake in it, so that when the sunlight hits it, it just reflects all of that shiny metal flakes, right? Will reflect all that sunlight. It's got a lot of dings and stuff in it. Not horrible. It's not horrible, but it's definitely got some hail dings on the top. I would call them small hail dings, but there's quite a few of them all over it. And of course, this is a budget build, I want to call it, okay? This is a car that we're going to try to make look as good as possible and as reliable as possible, but for as cheap as possible. So with that being said, I don't want to go back with black. I feel like black is just, once you put a fresh black paint job on it, it's going to show these defects 10 times worse than it does now. So I think a bright silver or a silver metallic would be perfect. I think it'll really take away from all those dings and just make it look so much sweeter. We'll get this windshield replaced. We got a lot to do. So let's get started with getting it cleaned up. So what do you think, boys and girls? Does she look clean? I think she looks pretty dang good. I mean, considering what it is. Remember, this is a $175 car that we have done nothing to yet, besides put water in it and give it a bath. Put some air in the tires and put a new battery in it. Like, how do you complain about that? You know what I mean? Don't let me get you twisted or anything here, guys. She needs a lot of work. There's a lot that needs done to it, and we're only going to go so far with it. No, we're not going to like rebuild this whole car from scratch and make it like brand spanking new. It ain't going to happen. It does look a lot better clean. It does. I'd like to get that tape off the windows. I'd like to see it with a fresh paint job and some fresh tires. I think it's going to look a whole lot better then. I think the next thing I need to do, though, is the engine. The engine is very, very filthy on this, and that's something I definitely want to get cleaned up. I'm not going to worry so much about the interior just yet, but I think we should clean the motor. Let's take a look. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, hello. There we go. There we go. Yeah, she definitely needs a cleaning. What do you think? Should we time-lapse it? I don't know. I don't think it's worth time-lapsing. I think we'll just do like a camera trick. Like, here it is dirty. Boom! Just like that. We have a clean engine. Mostly clean. Not 100% clean, but mostly clean. I noticed when I was cleaning, there's some stuff written right here that you probably can't hardly see, but it looks like they had prices on here. 331 of 17, 141,000 miles. Who knows? R&R left front window regulator, NSI. R&R radiator, $1,800. 3.5 of 15. Something else, $66. Water pump, 11.5 of 12. So somewhere around 2012 was the water pump. 13 at 109,000 miles. Another window regulator at 110,000 miles. So it looks like a few things have been changed on this, although I can't hardly see what they are. Yeah, I didn't figure it made it 140 whatever thousand miles and still on its factory water pump. So it looks like the cooling system has been worked on before. Now the real question is, after we wash this engine, is it going to start? So, what do you guys think? Yeah, I think it's going to start. Yeah, it started right up. Started right up. Good, good, good. I think the next step is we need to plug in the scanner, and let's see exactly what's going on. We got a check engine light. We've got whatever this light is right here. We've got an ABS light, and we've got an airbag light. So let's plug in the scanner. Let's see what problems it's coming up with right now. So we've run our diagnostics, and we've come up with 10 fault codes for the engine computer, and 3 fault codes for the transmission. So let's do the easy one. Let's take a look at the transmission computer first, which, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, this transmission is actually made by General Motors. Let's see, we have CAN accelerator position, pedal position, EGS, electronic transmission control. So the accelerator pedal position, yeah, dynamic stability control, automatic stability control interface, and electronic transmission control, CAN engine temperature. Now what I like to do is I like to go through these, and I like to see what faults we have, and then I like to clear them all, because some things can be caused by, you know, like overheating your car exceptionally. Others can be caused by having a bad battery. Oh boy. This one should be fun. Secondary air system, cylinder 4 through 6. Secondary air system, cylinder 1 through 3. So that is your secondary air injection system. Typically, this is due to a bad secondary air injection pump. We have a tank vent valve function, coolant temperature sensor, a cylinder 3 misfire, throttle valve potentiometer, relay on secondary air pump. So there's something to check. Check that relay, make sure it's good. Catalytic converter, downstream oxygen sensor, heater sensor 3, cylinder 1 through 3. Tank ventilation valve, output stage, catalytic converter, oxygen sensor, upstream 2, cylinder 4 through 6. Oh boy. This, well, this sounds like a lot of fun. Let's, hold on. Let's go back in here real quick Clear adaptive values. We've got throttle valve potentiometer adaptation. This is probably one we want to do. Idle air. We're going to clear all of these adaptations so it can start from scratch. Are you sure? Activate. Yes, we're sure. Let's clear all this. All adaptations have been cleared, so we're starting from scratch, okay? Now we can get out of this, get out of this, get out of this, and let's go ahead and do a quick erase and just wipe these out and see what comes back immediately. Nothing on the engine and nothing on the transmission. Okay, that's good. That's real good. So now we can get out of this. We can start the car, and I guarantee you some things are going to come back. So let's take our key, put it in the ignition, and let's see what all goes away, and let's see what all comes back. I noticed we didn't get any airbag or ABS codes. I thought that was a little strange. But the check engine light is out, so that's new for now anyway. Check engine light is out. That's a good thing. The temperature, as you can see, is pretty happy. So I guess what I'm going to do is I am going to play with the car for a little bit, rev it. Actually, it's running really, really well. I'm going to see if I can get the check engine light to come back on and, you know, put it in reverse. Drive. Just kind of sit here and play with a little bit. I'm going to see if I can also get into the see if I can get into the ABS and the airbag system, try to figure out what's going on with those as well as this. I think that's something to do with the stability program right there. One of you may have to comment and tell me exactly what this little arrow means. But let's see what I can figure out, and then we'll come back. So I'm not having any luck getting into some of the computer systems on the car, such as the ABS and the airbag, and I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. Don't these older BMWs have some connector somewhere that you have to have a special adapter for? Well, yes, they do. I totally forgot. It's been so long since I've messed with a BMW. Ew, that's a little nasty. But right here, I believe, aha! This is your BMW 20 pin connector. And in order to get into some of the computer systems on this car, we are going to have to, I don't remember, this doesn't just screw on, I think it just like snaps into place, or no, it locks down, there it goes, like this, there it goes, now it's locked into place right there. Okay, so I do believe that we are going to have to first get the 20 pin connector. This is so wet for me washing it that I'm having a hard time. There we go. There we go. I don't have that with me, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that today. I don't even know if I should have taken that cap off with it running, to be honest with you. The car may not like that very much, but for now, we have no codes. Nothing as far as check engine light is concerned. So for now, I'm going to call that a temporary win. All right, check engine light is popped back on. It does not feel like first gear. It feels like it starts out in second. I don't know. I mean, the transmission definitely shifts. It just feels like it tries to start out in second gear. I don't know if there's some kind of a sport mode or something we need to be in or what, but I can smash it and it goes, but I mean, it's not like, it's not impressive at all. Now, I know first gear works because I'm going to get to the top of this hill here. I'm going to flip this thing around, like right here. All right, there's nobody behind me. There's nobody in front of me. I'm going to turn this thing around, and I'm going to put it in first gear, which is all the way down. You can see it shows right here, first gear. And we can... she'll shift through the gears just fine. Woo! Damn. Damn. All right, now we're in drive. Now we have no speedometer, so I have absolutely no clue how fast we're going. But it feels like when it's in drive, it just doesn't have that much power. But when you put it in 1, 2, or 3, suddenly she wakes up. She feels like she's alive again. Now, I know I kind of hammered on it a little bit, but it's not like I took it, you know, too far. We just run around the block I'm also trying to make sure before I go putting all these parts in that this thing isn't completely blown up and it's going to be all for nothing. You know what I mean? Obviously the radiator's busted. We can't go far. But I did make sure it was completely full of coolant / water before we left. So as you can see, she's not overheating. No issues with that. It's running fine, but the check engine light is on again, and that's a good thing. Now we'll plug in our scanner and see what came back. The good news, the transmission computer reports no codes at all. So now we'll go to the engine computer. That's the one that we know we're definitely going to have codes from. Because we're having oxygen sensor problems, I'm going to suspect, yep, there we go. Okay, so right now, as of this moment, we have one code. We can deal with that. Catalytic converter upstream oxygen sensor voltage. 2, cylinders 4 through 6. So this is a 6-cylinder, so it's got an exhaust manifold for cylinders 1 through 3, and an exhaust manifold for cylinders 3 through 6, or 4 through 6, I should say. So 1, 2, 3 for one exhaust manifold, 4, 5, 6 for another. So on cylinder 4, 5, and 6, the upstream, which is the important oxygen sensor, that is definitely responsible for air and fuel mixture. We have an issue, so we're going to need to replace that oxygen sensor for sure. But other than that, that's what we've got. We'll have to come back with the 20-pin connector and try this whole thing again. But there's one thing else I want to do before we go today, and that is figure out if we have legitimate AC Schnitzer wheels on this car or if they're knockoffs. So we're about to pull those off. What I want you to do right now is comment down below if you think these are real or fake. That's all you got to do is say real or fake. Or alternatively, you can hit the thumbs up button for real or hit the thumbs down button for fake. Either way, you take your pick, do it right now. Let's get this wheel off. Let's find out if they're real or not. 17 mils, take these off. If we're lucky, none of them break. So far, so good. She's about ready to come off. There she goes. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Moment of truth, guys. What do you think? Here we go. Bingo. They're real AC Schnitzer. These are legitimate AC Schnitzer wheels, guys. Look at that. Made in Germany. And AC Schnitzer. Right there. Whew. Well, that's one good thing that came out of this. They're filthy, but dirty wheels can be cleaned. And the fact that these are legitimate wheels, granted they're not in the best of shape, but it's nothing that can't be refinished and made to look perfect again. The wheels aren't bad, not bad at all. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is probably what most of you have been waiting for. And it's also one of the biggest things that I've been waiting to reveal about this car so far. So, I think this is a good way to end the video, guys. So far, everything is going very well. The tires, I mean the wheels, the rims, whatever you want to call them, are legit. There is nothing more that I can do to make this video more positive than that $175 winning bid, $305 out the door, and a set of AC Schnitzer wheels. I've already ordered the new tires. Even if the car is junk, it doesn't matter. We could recoup our money. So now, what do? Do we keep these AC Schnitzer wheels on the car as a selling point? I don't know. Personally, I think there's probably a better BMW. Not to say this is not a good car or that it won't turn out to be a good car. I don't think the wheels are going to do this car a whole lot of good. So maybe we could sell them, swap them, something, try to recoup some of our money that we are going to spend on like a paint job to make it look a little bit better. I don't know. Comment below. Tell me what you personally think we should do. Sell the wheels, keep the wheels with this car. I don't know, man. Maybe we'll figure something out. But comment down below what you think. If you enjoyed this video, if you like this kind of content, don't hesitate to leave the video a big thumbs up. It really does do a lot to support the channel. To all of my new members and all of my old members that have joined the Tier 1 Club by using that join button down below. $1.99 a month. Really, I know it doesn't seem like a lot to a lot of you, but believe it or not, when a lot of you join, it goes a long way to support the channel during these tough times where advertisers are pulling their revenue, and it's making life a little more difficult for YouTubers. Hey, you watch the video, that's all I can ask for. That's all I can ask for from you guys, is just watch the video. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Just hit that thumbs up button, man. Thank you all. Comment your thoughts down below. I hope you all are happy, your families are happy and safe, and you're all healthy, doing well. I'm trying to stay out of the public. I'm trying to do nothing but go from here to the other house and occasionally to an auto parts store when I need parts. We've got another cool A car coming very soon. In fact, tomorrow I plan on going and picking up a new trailer. I'm going to attempt to pick up a tilt bed trailer, one of the trailers actually tilts up and down, a tandem axle heavy duty trailer, and then I got to go to IAA because I won something. If you follow me on Instagram, Auto Auction Rebuilds, you've already seen it. Supercharged stick shift. Man, we stole it, I think, but it's got no keys and we bought it sight unseen. That's going to make this a real interesting purchase. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Until next time, stay safe out there. I will catch you all very soon in the next one.